Mr. Russ Parker. His dad originally was a photographer on the chairlifter. Am I correct with that? So you've been involved with Ghost Town since you were just a wee lad. That big. And we have seen your career develop over the years. That's the last joke I've got, folks. I got no more. So once again, let me remind you, please stay out of the streets and be careful. These guns do shoot black powder and regular gunpowder, and it does burn. I got a story behind that too. But folks, I was over here at the Silver Dollar Saloon a little while ago. I was told by a couple of riders that came into town that I overheard them say that they heard that old man Sutton, Rufus Sutton, was coming back into town. Well, here in these parts, he's just known as old Grandpappy. I heard they were heading up to Ghost Town to get a little revenge on our marshal. A few weeks ago, Grandpappy's youngest son, Buford, came into town, got all liquored up, and stole the horse. Now, Digger's the one that said he saw him steal the horse. So our marshal, being a sworn officer of the law, did the right thing, locked old Buford up. The very next morning, we had a short but fair, mind you, trial. And after he had been found guilty, well, the very next day we had us a good hanging right here in Ghost Town. Now, old Grandpappy swore that if he ever got back into town, he was going to get that marshal, get that shiny badge, pull that hat off of that old undertaker. He said just as soon as his rheumatism would relax a little bit where he could sit on a mule, he'd be back to town. Now, Digger the Undertaker swore that he'd have the marshal's back anytime old Grandpappy came back to town. But if you listen, folks, I guarantee you'll be able to hear him way before you can see him. They'll be feuding and fighting, fussing and cussing, because that's just the kind of folks they are. Now, folks, I want you to look down to the end of town. Have you ever seen such a group of young'uns? Y'all see that old man in the black coat all bent over? That's old Grandpappy. But I do believe that is the worst case of rheumatism I ever have seen. Grandpappy! Grandpappy! You better hear me, old man. You better hear me good. You better take them young'uns all back to the holler before you get them all killed. Now, I didn't say nothing about skill. I said you're going to get them killed. Grandpappy, you better get on out of town. Well, now, Grandpappy, you know our marshal said you ain't getting that badge of his. And old Digger said he'd have the marshal's back all the way if you ever come back into town. Well, folks, I want you to look. Marshal Red Dog, both his deputies over there, looks like they're prepared when old Grandpappy comes back. I don't see how to have that undertaker. Grandpappy, can't you see that young'un don't want to fight? Oh, he's just busting to fight? Is that reckon that's why you've been busting his hind end with that stick ever since you come into town? Well, folks, it looks like old Digger finally showed up. Is that the way you're going to cover the marshal's back, Digger? Is that the way you're going to cover his back? You haven't covered anymore, he'll be wearing you for a shirt, you coward. Grandpappy. You better get them young'uns out of town. You done lost one young'un up here.
We lost one, Ted.
about today, you old fool. I'm talking about the one that got hung.
Wait, you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking about the one that got hung.
One that hung Little Buford.
That's exactly right. The one that hung Little Buford.
That's the one that hung Little Buford. Is that why we're here?
Is that why y'all are here?
You didn't tell me that. Marshall, you the one that hung my little brother Buford?
I am. And I'm going to stretch that scrawny neck of yours, too.
Grandpa's getting a little excited now. Looks like Jimmy's got a little bravery about himself.
Now you listen here, you old goat.
Come on.
Oh.
I'll tell you what I'll do.
What are you going to do,
Go
Jimmy?
down, Jimmy. Go down.
I'm gonna run home and get my mom.
You're going to run home and get your mom. Well, I reckon he wasn't no count anyway.
Oh no, he's having bus
That has got to be the worst case of rheumatism I've ever seen. And I ain't never seen a man take a spasm with his leg like that.
Joel, man.
Y'all better get on out of town now. That marshal means business.
I ain't going nowhere till I get that badge and that top hat. In my opinion. Go get it. Get it, Pete.
Now you just shot your own brother. Why did you shoot your brother?
Shut your mouth, old man. You might be next. I'm sorry.
Well, I guess that's the apology accepted. Now, old man, look what you've done. You brought them youngins into the house, into the town, and the marshal has laid them all down. They have killed, you've killed all your youngins. Oh, no.
Get out, Jordan. Go. Get out. Get out.
Now, don't you go hitting Herschel. You know he was your favorite. Folks, that's the saddest thing I've ever seen. He had hair like his old mom. You mean on his chin?
Dirty.
Oh, dirty. Marshal, you better watch that old coot. Ain't no telling what he's got up his sleeve.
Look what I got, old man. Don't do anything stupid.
You want to done anything done right, you better do it yourself, Marshal. Watch
Don't
out
do
for
it,
him.
old man.
Oh, man, you better be careful. Digger.
Thanks, Digger.
Thanks for your help, Digger. Oh, you said you was going to get him? Well, speaking of getting Digger, why don't you get this mess cleaned up here? I know there ain't much to work with, but could you at least get them folded up so we can have a moment of silence for these poor scoundrels? Deputy, would you give him a hand? Help him roll that old man over. Come on, Digger. He's dead. He ain't gonna bite you. Digger, he cannot shoot you. He is dead. Now, you've waited so long, rigor mortis has done set in on that old man. All right, Digger. Get him folded up. Looks like his legs and stuff. Would you grab him by the arms, and see if you get him straightened out. Set him on up. Set him on up. Well, I reckon he got that hat out of all, didn't he, Digger? Get over there and do your job.
Want to get paid?
Now that's a $15 body right there. Would you just straighten him out? Can they help you? You can't bury him like that, Digger. You got to fold him up and put him in the pine box.
I'll bury him with a rocking chair.
You're not going to bury him in a rocking chair. Now straighten him out and do your job. Folks, I'm sorry it's taking so long. That crotchety old man's just hard to bear. Digger, it's about time you done your job.
Got a lot of work to do.
Got a lot of work to do. Sticking up the streets as it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I reckon it's about time. One more final time for us to take our hats off in honor of these wayward young'uns that have met their fate here on the street of Ghost Town. On your feet, man. Ladies and gentlemen, once the world famous Ghost Town Gunfighters.